So the next plant I have to repot, it's the last one going into soil, so it's soil into soil, the aroid mix that I just planted the Carlas and Forgetii in, is this gorgeous Anthurium Hoffmanii cross Zara Michelle. Check out those leaves. So this is doing really well. It's in a bit of a claggier soil, so what I might do is I might take off all of the soil in this one, as much as I can anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to tease out the plant by squeezing on the side of the pot, and hopefully there is some roots coming out the bottom, which I can see. Oh, this one's a bit kind of stuck. Shouldn't be, because it's only in a plastic pot. Oh my gosh. Garry, get a grip on your planty life. The soil is very wet actually in this one. I think I've been a bit kind of oh gosh, it is claggy. Look at this. So what I'll do is I'll take all of this rubbish out, and she's going to go in some nice area soil. Area as in lots of air getting through to it. I mean, it seems to be doing well. It seems to be doing very well actually. There's no sign of rot on the roots. There's no sign of any brown tips or anything like that. So maybe this one is one that really likes to be having wet feet. Oh, look at this. Absolutely caked. This is like proper mud as opposed to like an airy soil, which I don't know how she's going to go into this new soil mix that I'm going to put, but I'm sure she's going to enjoy it a lot more. At least to get the roots can breathe a lot more, so it should kick on nicely like the other ones. I think I'm going to have to wash this out in the sink, because and it's like stones. Hear that? Right, I think I'm going to take it over to the sink, so bear with me guys, and I'm going to wash off all of this rubbish. I can't believe this, look. I didn't realise it was in that soil mix, so bear with me. Right guys, I'm back, and here we have Mr. Hoffmanii crossed with Zara Michelle. So look at them roots. So we can see that it didn't have that much of effect on the roots itself with that claggy soil. But yeah, I don't want that on my plant anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just skank that out the way. Skank? No, we won't skank anything. What can I have? What can I use? I need something. Maybe, yeah, let's do this. Sorry about the noise, but one is. So what we have this lovely little pot here. That's perfect size now. Look, all these roots in this new soil should actually start spreading out again. In fact, it probably could go into a bigger pot, but I'm not going to pot it up in a bigger pot because I don't want to kind of stress it too much after changing the soil mix. So just putting some charcoal, some coir, just to block these big holes up at the bottom of the pot, and just top up a little bit. Just drop you in, sir. And lots of overspill around here, so try not to waste anything, to be honest. I might actually put a little layer of spag moss around the top so these roots can grow into and get established even more. we'll see. Let's see how we do with the... So now, just rest the top of this. Give it a nice squeeze down. I actually love the look of these leaves. I hope this one comes out to be a corker. I might actually keep this one myself, depending on how the new leaves look. And maybe grow it to get some pollen and then sell it. She's a little bit kind of, I say she, I say he. You know what I mean, guys. You just sex your own plants. I don't know. It just seems a little bit more tame. So there we go, guys. I might get a little stake in there, actually. Yeah, I'm going to get something just to help support it, because she is leaning a little. Mr. Brown seems good. There we go. So that's Mr. Hoffmanii cross Zara Michelle. What I'll do is, once I finish this, I will give them a good little water, give them a nice little drink, nutrient solution. Again, Formulex is what I use here in Thailand. There is other brands available out there, so I'm not getting sponsored by this or anything like that. But it's just what I like. I've been using it for years now, and I find it really good, and it's good for hydro, semi-hydro and soil mix too. So it's a cracking mix. So next on the list is this gorgeous little Monstera that was grown from seed, and you can see the seed inside here. Look, that's still visible. And what I've been growing in this is this little aquarium stones, and to be honest, I see lots of people on Instagram growing in this stuff. I'm not really a lover of it, to be honest, and I didn't really want to upset this plant before the roots took hold. I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put it in leca, because I find Monstera do very well in leca, and because the roots look really, really thin, so I don't think there's much air getting down to the bottom of this pot. So, and I'll just end up, I don't know, binning it. Not the Monstera, by the way, the black stones. So let's try and there we go. So I just want to pick all of this stuff off. It's not imperative that it all comes off, but if I'm changing mediums, I like to make sure I just have the one type on it. So there we go. Beautiful white roots. That's the seed that this plant originally come from. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into a clear pot. So I have a vessel here. Let's just check. Yeah, that's quite suitable actually. I think that'll do well in that one. And again, get the smaller balls, leca balls, and chuck them in around the roots, because then you'll find they will fill in all the little holes, the nooks, the crannies, etc. God, they really are small, to be honest. So again, I don't know if it was the substrate that I was growing this in. The roots look very skinny, very thin. Whether that was to do with the stones, etc., from the aquarium stuff. If you know the name of it, actually, let me know down below, because it's clearly gone out my head. And let me know also if you actually grow your plants in that type of substrate and what you think of it. It'd be interesting to find out what you guys actually think of it, whether it's just me, whether it's just like personal preference. Because this Monstera was growing in the actual humidity chamber too. If you don't know what the humidity dome is, it's these little plastic drums that are very great at keeping humidity in and are good for rooting new cuttings, etc. So yeah, so now I've got that smaller lecker in. Let's build that up a little bit. There we go. That looks a lot better. And I can see a small aerial root starting to come off the side of that, so I'll just cover that up a little bit. Hopefully that will grow into a nice strong plant now. So where is my little squirter? I keep putting stuff down and losing it. So again, I'm going to do what I did to the other Monstera. Just gently water it. And let all of the lecker start to get wet and damp. But I suppose what you could do is you could pre-soak the lecker, say for 12 hours or something, and then soak the lecker, get it right in, and it should be fine that way. And again, what I'll do is I'm just going to fill up nice and gently, probably to about 1 inch. This has grown really well actually, because November to February, 4 months, it was just a seed. And I was hoping I might get lucky with some sort of mutation, a different type of irrigation. Right, so I've got some water in just onto the bottom of the roots on that, which is ideal. And again, that's going to go back in the dome. But for now, you can just stay there. And I've got one more plant to look at in this box, which is the red crystallinum cross dressy. I don't know how that hole happened. There's no slugs in here or anything. But again, there's no roots at the bottom, so I think this one is just quite happy in there. But what I'll do is I'll give it a little drink, because this has got the nutrients in. And while they're in these domes, I don't get water on the leaves. I don't want to get water on the leaves because it will sit there and it will start rotting. So any other plants like the ones in the jungle box, I don't mind giving the plants a little spray with a bit of nutrient, obviously a little bit weaker solution. Let me just get this in and then I can continue. All right, guys, so we're back. Sorry about that. I had a couple of phone calls come through, so I had to answer them. And right, we're on to our last plant now, which is this. This is the one that I had up in my, there's no name on this. So what I've done is I've treated it in the hydrogen peroxide I've got. Just followed the instructions on now. I've cut off some of the manky roots that were at the bottom, so I've trimmed it off, and I've actually soaked it for probably about an hour in, I think it's about 10 ml to 1 litre solution, but I took off a couple of ml purely because I was going to leave this one to soak a lot longer. So that's the solution it was sitting in. So I've got a bigger vessel as well. So this is a coffee cup. As you know, I keep the coffee cups because they make great plants, especially for hydro. And this one is beautiful looking Anthurium. I think this is a red spider hybrid, if my memory serves me right. But the roots are looking all good. So what I want to do is, I want to kind of put a few leca balls in the bottom. And then kind of sink the stem down a little bit. And then top the cup up. And what I need to do is kind of make sure that I fill all the surrounding areas, because there's quite a few gaps in there at the moment. So by just pressing this, there's some medium-sized balls in here, there's some larger balls, leca balls. Just press down with your finger. Quite a hardy plant actually. So the roots are quite tough, so I need some more leca. Yeah, give it a little tap. Keep tapping. And I'm pretty sure this is a red spider hybrid, as I was saying, because the leaves now are starting to have that little kind of red, the red star in the middle, or red dot. And then you've got an elongated leaf, which is more like a Fort Sherman, maybe a Pappy. So it could be a red spider cross Pappy. But yeah, so that is the last plant done for today's episode anyway. There's always work to do, as you know, when you've got plants around. I've just got to top this up with water, make sure that the roots are just on the top of that kind of water line. But yeah, again, thank you very much guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. My channel is moving forward now, so I do appreciate all the help I can get. So if you've got any acquaintances, friends, or work buddies, whatever, they're interested in the plants, then please send them my way. I'll try and make these videos more interesting as I go along. And I forgot to press record on the other camera. Never mind, it's done now anyway, so nothing to see here on that camera anyway. So yeah guys, please, and this week I just went to a botanical gardens. Well, it's more like of a kind of garden and resort called Nong Not down in Pattaya, where I went for my visa work. Beautiful botanical garden. So I'm going to do that video probably next week, so have a look at that. I've got another channel if you're interested, and it's a shameless plug, but hey ho. I'll put the link in the description below. It's basically about me traveling around Southeast Asia, going to different places, etc. So if you don't get that opportunity to fly out this way, you can actually see how it is over here in Thailand. And basically it kind of works together with this, as in the video that I just released this weekend. It was a beautiful botanical gardens called Nong Nut Garden and Resort down in Pattaya. So it's got dinosaurs, there's like life-size dinosaurs. There's like nurseries and stuff like that down there. So it's kind of integrated in this next video and the one that I've just released on my travel. So it's Garry, 2 R's, Curran, Curran, travels. So yeah, take a look at that if you're interested. And please, if you like what you see on there, also give it a subscribe, like, and comment. All right, guys, well, I'm going to sign off now because I've got to do a big, massive cleanup. And stay tuned into the channel. Next episode I should have out next week sometime. So yeah, appreciate all the help. Thanks, guys.